Olympic teams, then we're going. I can proudly I can announce it. Also, Bobby and the Bryans, we training together. They're friends. Two of our students, name is Herbert Perez from New Jersey. He's my student. He's a team captain of United States teams ever since 1988, and he's going to team tryouts. Definitely, he's going to team tryouts. He doesn't have to even fight in national championships because his record was outstanding. And then Kevin Padilla, he's one of the United States team members from our schools. He's trying to being Olympians again. So at least two of the the New Jersey men's trying to Olympic teams in this year. So I'm trust them to. I think they're going to win this year again because they win in so many years, last years. But matches and games, you never know until last minute. But we are, really supporting him, support them. Well, I like to get into next. I can't cover what I really planned it everything, but I just try to talk about the confrontations because we practice like fighting martial arts. Many people they think about people who practicing martial arts. They think it's violent, but that's really the other way. Really, martial art practitioners, we try to teach them, like discipline them, to calm down. Most of the our classes, just before the starting classes, we sat down and we practiced meditations and breathing exercises. Try to calm down ourselves. Well, if we are not disciplined in ourselves, try to build just a stronger persons, then we can problems after problems really. Well, most of the confrontations begins actually from nothing. Just two people, just normal conversations, and then try to figure some, reach the certain points, try to keep in exchanging ideas and try to getting into debate. Then all of a sudden one side, if start talking with the ego, then start confrontations. So right over the line of the debates, then start confrontations. Start confrontations, then I suggest, also I do too, walk away. It's not long ago, I went to Newark, and I driving back to on the road. There was a red light. I just stopped the car there. The little black guys, and he's just standing up there. He look at me like this, and he kicked on my car. So he F Chinese. He's like, he's so bad. So I just walked out. I just want to, break his necks. But I just smiled until he's walked away. It's just things like that. And just to have to walk away. Sometimes you just want to, kick that up in your minds, but can't do it. I'm sure, I'm sure most of you have that kind of, maybe, had some kind of situation like that. But I really suggest, if you feel other party start talking with ego, best way is, okay, you're right. Okay, you win, and walked away. I think that's the best way. Well, keep going. If just exchanging, maybe, fight. If you beat someone, we only get, if you beat other persons, only we get momentary satisfactions. We don't gain anything, really. But we can't avoid all the time. That's the problems. We cannot avoid all the time. Sometimes I just want to walk away, but don't let me walk away. Then you have to fight for it. You have to, really defend yourself. So martial art practitioners, Taekwondo practitioners, we always teach in this way. To prevent your life and death situations, you have to put your time and efforts, try your best to build up my body strength and mind strength. So practicing Taekwondo is not just for the sport, those winning matches, actually to build oneself, both physically and mentally. If situated dangerous situations, we have to overcome the situations. Beside that, I studied many years, number of years, when I was young, and then growing up, and I continuously studied it myself. I built my confidence. I can present myself properly because I have confidence. And then I trust in my health. So I think I have good benefit out of it ever studied Taekwondo, lasted 30-some years. I suggest maybe give it, shots. Try it, practice Taekwondo. Well, we have a good group here, and maybe you maybe get same benefit what I got. And lastly, I really, presently, this moment, I'm really be proud of myself to teaching Taekwondo. And like I said earlier, I really love my jobs. And I'm going to work. And as a missionary of the Taekwondo to these countries, I'm going to try my best to until end it. And thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Kim, for coming and giving us a talk today. We'll begin our actual demonstration right now. And I believe Mr. Kim would be happy to answer any questions you have. And I guess in that sense, he forgot to mention his his school's address. And we have prepared something out there, so if you haven't picked one up, you can pick up a sheet of paper showing about his school and about some of the Taekwondo. And so let's just now enjoy this demonstration. Let me introduce Brian Shaw and Bob Horath, who are leading this Whippany Taekwondo Club.
First, I'd like to thank the Asian Pacific Heritage Club for giving us a chance to demonstrate what we've spent so much time practicing. I'd like to thank Mr. Kim for coming down here and speaking to us. Bob and I have trained with him for many years and have a great deal of respect for what he says and his training. And now we'd like to demonstrate, give a quick, we're going to give a condensed version of what we do throughout a class. We're going to run through the warm-ups, the basic exercises into the techniques, advanced techniques. The warm-ups we normally would spend about at least 10 minutes doing them. We're going to run through them in about a minute. So just to give you an idea what we do in the Whippany Taekwondo Club. Point up.